morning, gluttons. If you don't know me already, my name is Cherry. Today, I feel as though I need a vacation from life, so I decided to go to a warm tropical island to rejuvenate. So I packed my bags and get on a plane with Hello Kitty and her friends to spend a week on Friendship Island and Hello Kitty Island Adventure. The goal for this week is to basically see how much I can do with the time I have since I don't know anything about this game. First things first, I have to create my Hello Kitty persona. I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to create my ideal Chihuahua character. Why am I big? How do I make myself small? When I finish my look, Hello Kitty greets me and lets me introduce myself to everyone else on the plane. One thing about me is that I only know a handful of Hello Kitty characters. Like the Queen herself, Miss Kitty, My Melody, Keroppi, and that frog I have a plushie of for some reason. So my knowledge of anything Hello Kitty is very limited. After introducing myself to some of these unique characters... Hello there, I'm Pochaco, and the dude beside me is Pom Pom Purin. Pom Pom Purin's the dog with a butthole, right? Peckle, hello friend. Ew, what's that fish? We tell Hello Kitty we are ready to land, and she tells us to go sit while she gets us some strawberry cake to eat before landing. Girl, I can't turn it off. More cakes keep flying out. What? Oh, enough is enough. I've had it with these cakes on this plane. What are you? He's gonna kill us all. We're all dead! After jumping for our lives, we land on the island and day one officially begins. Our first quest is to find Melody and gift her a strawberry. Something literally anyone could do, but they decided to tell the stranger to do it. I started going through my phone and seeing all the achievements and collections that needed to be done, and I began to feel overwhelmed. It's not as much as Animal Crossing, I hear, but it will still be a long journey. I also turned off this guiding light thing because I'm not a baby. I don't need that We find Melody, give her the strawberry, and she becomes our first friend. Wow, we got a new friend. How parasocial. We take her back to the group, and if you haven't noticed already, we are a few people short. We're missing the ugly fish, Megamind duck, butthole dog, Frogger, Emo, and Retsuko, who they forget about for some reason. We then get interrupted. Hello? Hello? Can I help? Oh dear. Okay, see you later. We all decide that splitting up is a good idea, and I get another quest from Melody, who is now running the furniture shop. She wants me to give gifts to everyone, including the missing people. Sounds simple enough. I give Kitty her gift, and she gives me tofu. Ew, and becomes my second friend. We do a few more quests for her and Tuxedo Sam, and Pochaco tells us about the Gudetama that hang out on the island. They're these cute little eggs that are doing different things, and we have to take photos of them. All 157 of them. I'm gonna be here for a while, aren't I? We befriend Bats Maru and Chococat, and Chococat takes us on a little trip to collect 3 power crystals to open a big door. 2 of them were rewards for finishing some simple puzzles in these cave areas, and the final one was on another mini island, but we couldn't get there because the bridge was out. He suggests we talk to Melody, and she helps us fix the bridge with these little strawberry boxes I've been picking up. After grabbing the 3rd crystal, I stop by the Gudetama sign to get my reward for finding 6 Gudetamas. We open the big door with the crystals we found to a new area called the Spooky Swamp, and get new lore bits around the Top Hat guy, who of course lost his memory. Satisfied with my progress, I end the day there. Picking up right where we left off, on day 2, I start to explore the swamp. I pick up new items, find a Gudetama, and run into Keroppi, just chilling in the middle of the woods. We give him his welcome gift, and he gives me the recipe for flippers so I can finally start swimming. I push further into the swamp and find Keroppi, who tries to jump scare me, but fails tremendously because I can see her big-ass forehead. I give Keroppi her gift, and she gives me light stones, and she runs into the spooky graveyard area, and I find these little ghost things. At least I think they're ghosts. Is that a ghost? Yo? So the ghosts are kind of just vibing. Keroppi gives me a quest to deliver a pumpkin to Melody, so I run all the way back, and we see a new face on the island. Whoa! Dude, I totally forgot that this character existed. Melody gives me a plan to get back to Keroppi, which means running all the way back to the swamp. Unless there was another way. Cimarol teaches us how to use these fast travel mailboxes. No more running back and forth for me. Were you able to give my Melody the pumpkin? Yeah, but she had a gift for you here. It's so cute. I mean, whatever. You're not nonchalant. I head back to the center of the resort, and Pochaco tells me to take a photograph of a Gudetama with a top hat. I have no idea where to even look for something like that. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Melody also lets me have a house to decorate however I want. I'm not the best at decorating, but I'll try my best to make it look nice in the future. I get my next Gudetama reward and repair another house to start bringing in visitors. From my understanding, if you do well enough with them, they will stay permanently, which is so cute. The better you decorate it to their taste, the better chance they'll show up. Luckily, there's a small gift, big smile. You just want to promote your fucking establishment. In the middle of all that, I found 13 Gudetama for a trophy. Keroppi wants to reopen the nature preserve where we could put all the little creatures we've been seeing to display them. I've always loved stuff like this in cozy games. So we craft a net and get to hunting. After donating a frog, we get visited by these two angels who weird everyone out. Yeah, this place is starting to have that bumbling Keroppi charm all over. We did good. Whoa, whoa! Humans, ew! What the f? Are they angels or something? What the f? Do you know them? No. Weird, I've never seen them before. They're part of your franchise. I spend the rest of the day exploring this ginormous map, taking photos of Gudetama, picking up new items, and finishing the house requirements to get Daniel as a visitor to the island. Yes, I put a bug in there. Day 3 begins with Daniel visiting the island. I decided to change up my look, so I head into the clothing store and pick up these cute little bat wings, which was all I could afford at the moment. I changed to a cute little winter kimono with a headdress and my wings, and I'm ready to take on the day. I donate all the new critters I found to the nature preserve, and as I'm exploring and collecting stuff for trading and crafting, I find some missing luggage in the middle of the river, which starts another quest. Keroppi asked me if I want to play with other people, and I said no. I want to have my island look nice before that. Maybe when I'm nearing the end, I'll invite some people for an island tour. Then I get my next Gudetama reward. Oh, adorable! I talked to Cinema Roll about the mystery luggage, and there's a bunch more missing that I need to find. But here's the kicker. He forgot to label them all. This is the creature that kept winning the popularity contest? This is your goat? I found the owner of the luggage. Turns out it was Choco Cats, and it was a spare cargo shorts. We have a clothing store. You don't need to wear just that. I play the Bogging for Apples minigame to win the Deathly Haunted Twilight Mix and the classic Frank Franken hat. I want to get all the unique items for these minigames, so I'll definitely come back to that. I try to complete all the daily quests for extra friendship, but I grabbed most of the lotus flowers before learning about them, so I start getting desperate when scouring the island for them. Lotus flowers, por favor. Bro, I need lotus flowers. Oh, there's one. I need 2 more. There were so many at the bottom, and now I can't find any because I grabbed them all. Lotus Blossom? I find another lost package in the middle of my lotus hunt. When all hope was lost, I found my last lotus flower. Bro, a lotus blossom. Just one. One more. Around the island. I know how they work. Oh. Ah! Good. Jesus Christ. That'll teach me to not be so greedy all the time. I finished my last daily quest by giving Keroppi his 3 daily gifts and getting him to level 4 friendship. And the second missing luggage belonged to Batsmaru, which of course had something to do with pranks. Grown-ass man. I also get him to level 3 friendship, and he teaches me how to fish. I love fishing in games. As I'm going around giving daily gifts, Hello Kitty teaches me how to bake. I don't really trust her expertise due to the plane incident, though. I make an apple pie from her lesson, and I just gift it right back to her because she loves it. The last activities of the day, we get the zip line up and running, and we figure out what these little ghost things are. Not gonna lie, these characters can be a little racist at times. You're totally surrounded, buddy. Oh no, these are my new friends. They live here on the island. Oh, you mean they didn't have you under a spell? Why are we racist? So, watching back at this, I didn't realize I was muted the whole time. So day 4 and 5 is just game audio. I am sorry for that. I am an idiot. Melody tells us that Chiffon is on the way, whoever that is. They literally require a bunch of stuff we don't have, so I'm not going to bother for now. Our second baking lesson is strawberry shortcake, and again we gift it right back to Kitty because she loves it. This friendship stuff is easy. Pochako tells us that the nulls hanging around the island are looking for things to do, so he gives us a collector's hat to put on one of them for free labor. I set this one to collect something I haven't seen yet, which are these shiny things. I can collect them tomorrow. I get Kuromi to level 4 friendship, which starts another quest. She wants to get the spooky swamp part of the amusement park back up and running again, and we start at the haunted house. She gives us a green power crystal, and we bring the power back to the mansion and release a bunch of spirits. I hope that's fine. We go into the mansion to get everything ready, and we have to do like 10 different puzzles, but they are really simple. I fell into a trap on one of them for a trophy. I totally did that on purpose for that, At the top, we get another green power crystal, and Kuromi says I only beat her to the top by a second. I didn't know this was a competition, but I won nonetheless. The next step is to restart the little train ride. I was supposed to go around and turn on the levers when the fog got too thick, but I accidentally did it already on my search for lotus flowers the day before, so the train ride was fixed instantly. I'm literally the best. We find the last crystal in another cave with the witch hat to match the dress we found in the mansion. I have to change it to the witch outfit to get past the bouncer guarding the last crystal podium. I don't mind, but what's stopping me from just jumping around him? After placing the crystal, we get another flashback of Top Hat in front of the mansion, and I'm waiting for this game to have like some sad backstory or twist because it can't be happy all the time. I don't believe it. I change to a critter catcher outfit, and I start grabbing more critters and give gifts to the villagers. I can give multiple of the same critter to the nature preserve, so I made it a goal to put 10 of each in there to make it super chaotic. I also bake with every ingredient I have to unlock some recipes, because from what I'm seeing, all the recipes are just one collected item and one flower. So I made Mama's apple pie, pineapple stack cake, tofu bread, sugar kelp cakes, pumpkin pie, veggie bread, cake, and a macaron. I finished the day by gifting everyone their daily gifts, grabbing whatever I can from the clothing shop, getting every unique item from the Bogging for Apples minigame, and completing another quest for Keroppi by diving into the bog to get a locket she dropped. She gives me the recipe for the snorkel, and I'm so excited to go diving because I can finally go talk to that ugly fish and give him his welcome gift. I donate more critters like this new one I found in the maze called a bush friend. These might be a bit of pain in the ass to get. I really want to craft the snorkel right away, but I'm low on ingredients, specifically rubber and ingots. I spent a bit of the rubber I had creating water balloons and for clothes, so they're hard to find right now, and the only ingot I found was from a chest in the swamp. So I start wandering all around the island looking for rubber, and the recipe for ingots, because I can get the iron for it pretty easily. I open chest after chest trying to find this stupid recipe, but I keep finding furniture recipes or crafting recipes that aren't ingots. I collected so many critters, new and old, many gudetama. I even found a conch shell that's for another quest. No ingot recipe. I'm starting to lose hope at this point. I get desperate for it. Maybe instead of finding the recipe, I could find another ingot in a chest or something. But now chests are starting to get harder to find. After 30 minutes, I take a break to donate all the critters I found. The new ones were a fume fly, a grubble, a sunset scooter, and a scarlet scuttler. I decided to change up my approach. I head back to the seaside resort and change my outfit. Maybe the old one was unlucky. I went back to the search for rubber since it was easier to find. I ended up having enough when I went higher up in the seaside resort. So that only leaves the ingot. I drag Keroppi late at night to go searching with me because he's my favorite so far and maybe he'll bring me luck. I find this rock formation in the middle of Rainbow Reef with a gudetama and what I call a common chest, and you'll never believe what I found. After an hour of searching, I can finally make the snorkel. I'm so mad I was muted here because I was losing my f***ing mind. It's all thanks to Keroppi. He helped me find it. That's my goat right there. I craft it right away and me and Keroppi dive into the water to find that fugly fish. He's been hanging out in the underwater comedy club, and when I try to talk to him, he flat out dismisses everything I say. I can't believe this thing ranks above my goat Keroppi. What is wrong with y'all? We give him his welcome gift, and that's the end of an exhausting day 5. 2 days left, and I'm feeling antsy to continue. Upon entering the island, a cutscene plays where the characters are getting ready for the Luck and Lanterns event. Keroppi has to outdo everyone with her new outfit, and she looks so cute doing it. This event has us collecting lanterns that give us the tea light item to exchange for items and clothing. We can also get more tea lights from daily quests and weekly quests, so there's another incentive to do those. I have a lot to catch up on because they have items from past events as well in there. I collect those shinies that I had the null grab, and I check out the event shop, and a certain costume caught my eye. Oh, the dragon dude! I love it. I like the dragon. Oh, shit. I want to be here for a while. Uh-oh. That dragon costume will be mine. I complete the daily quest of catching a seaside resort critter, taking a selfie with Keroppi, catching any critter, and giving 4 gifts, as well as finishing the weekly quest of giving Batsmaru 9 gifts. I donate some more critters, with the new ones being the Swampy Snapper and the Scruffy Shortleg. I head back to the resort and I see that Cinema Roll is in town. I was trying to track him down the day before because I had his conch, but he was in an inaccessible area all day. You little you were hiding up on a place where I couldn't reach before. After that, I go on a little shopping spree to get clothes that I don't have yet. Hello Kitty wants to make a pineapple stack cake for our next lesson. Like, girl, we made that already. Besides that, I make 2 new recipes, milk bread and cinnamon bread. Melody is having another missing delivery problem. Before I help her, I have something more important to do. We are putting that on right now. Oh yeah! We asked Tuxedo Sam if he's seen the shipment, and he directs us to Pochaco. He directs us to Keroppi, who says that we should look in the water. We split up to look at every dock, and I get extremely confused on what the game is asking of me. Okay. That doesn't help. Lower, maybe? Hold on. Oh! Is it this one? No. Someone else's luggage. Or it's this. Time to head back to Comedy Club? Meet the others at Comedy Club. Because I can't... okay. Whatever. I don't know what I did. I just clicked the chest again and it said no. After that confusing moment, we go to hang Yodan to see he found one of the boxes. Oh, you have a box? Where'd you find that? This whole thing was floating around the Rainbow Reef. Brought in on the tide, I guess. Hey, Yodan, you found it. I've been here the whole time. Not you! Why didn't she just call and ask if he's seen it, instead of doing all this? I have to come back to this quest tomorrow to continue, so we move on. Next, we help Keroppi open a potion shop, another place where we can craft things. We only have one recipe card so far, and it's another quest we have to come back to tomorrow. I spent some time collecting things, catching critters, and I came across my first lantern, and we popped the trophy for 100 critters caught. I also find a way to meet Retsuko by climbing on a certain side of the cliffs. She lost all of her luggage, and she not so subtly asked for my help. Of course, Queen, I love your show. I would drop everything to help. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to grab. Anyway, Miss Ma'am, I have your welcome gift, if that helps. Sorry, I don't know why I'm hesitating like that. Of course you like ingots. I ain't giving you that! Oh, I don't have your welcome gift? Peckle? So she just hates her. What? What's up with Melody not having a welcome gift for Retsuko? Kinda toxic, if you ask me. I try to look for her luggage, but the lava and height of the mountain is stopping me. So I make one last stop at the nature preserve for the day and donate more critters, where I hit 10 for a few of them, and also donate some new ones like the dragon darter, honey bandit, and tiger snoot. And with those, we've donated all the creatures from the resort and the swamp, and it's starting to get a little chaotic in there. It's the final day of our vacation. I'm ready to really lock in and get things done. I do my daily quests and cook up a pumpkin pie as my next baking lesson. I buy up Tuxedo Sam's entire new stock of clothing, and I catch Pochako going for a little run on the beach. He tells me that the sparkles that I've been collecting can be exchanged for minigame tickets, which is a bit underwhelming. I thought they were going to be used for something a bit more interesting. Then I get my next reward for finding 60 Gudetama. As I'm grabbing the daily crafting materials, I try fishing for a bit, but I struggle to grab a few of them, because I didn't know that certain fish want bait. So those fish will be a future Cherry problem. Keroppi teaches us to make a speed potion, which I've been wanting for a while now. I keep seeing these little challenges, but I was too slow to get a good time on them. So I head to my nemesis, the Visitor Island Chase, with the potion in my gut. And after a few tries, I finally got the gold time. Let me see. Yes! I did it! After completing Keroppi's potion quest, she tells me she wants to continue treasure hunting. Keroppi and Melody are going into the water this time, and they run through this statue thing. I think this is what turns you into a mermaid for underwater exploration, but I obviously haven't gotten to it yet. To turn into a mermaid? Oh, that would be nice. Oh, yeah, guys, me too. I kind of didn't want to do all this ocean exploration, and I didn't have the mermaid ability, because I run out of breath so fast. So in the hopes of unlocking this mermaid quest, I get Hang Yodan to level 6 friendship. And my intuition is correct, because the quest he gives me at level 6 is about his concerns on how no one can be in the comedy club but me and him. After I give him back his suitcase, he sends me off to find 3 pieces of a mermaid outfit. I already found one, but I have no idea where the other 2 could be. So I start my long and arduous swim around the ocean, looking for these 2 measly pieces of clothing. Finally, after like 30 minutes of searching and relying on that stupid guiding light, I found the last piece of the mermaid outfit, basically right outside the comedy club. And Yodan then sends us to find the blue crystals to kickstart the mermaidifier. I found the last crystal I needed in the sunken pirate ship, and I threw them in the mermaidifier. After it turns on, we get another version of Top Hat cleaning the ocean. Keroppi is the first to volunteer to become a mermaid, even though he should be fine breathing underwater. Maybe he's just a diva like that. I then finished the second treasure hunt quest because I found all the crates while looking for the mermaid outfit. I go back to the comedy club at night, and Hang Yodan is nervous and asks me to be his comedy partner. I think I'm pretty funny, so I'll be good at this. Welcome, how is everyone doing? Thanks for swimming down here tonight. As you know, I'm Hang Yodan, and this is my partner. That guy. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Psh. Ah, ha, ha, ha. What did the bottom feeder say when you wished him happy birthday? Thanks for the sediment. Yeah. Why do sharks swim in salt water? Because mineral water's too expensive. That's funny. Good luck in all your adventures. Now I just have to figure out which road that chicken crossed. I head back to the nature preserve to hand in some more critters, and I hand in my last sun slime for the total of 10. Then I create a new recipe with those chocolate coins I picked up. I made chocolate balls with them. As I'm giving everyone daily gifts, I decide to try and see if I can reach a new area now that I have more stamina. Turns out I could reach the Gemstone Mountain for a while now. I may be stupid. I find some new things like a rockadoodler, floppy disk, and Peckle. I give him his welcome gift, find Pom Pom Purin, and do the same. I spent the rest of my last day opening chests, taking photos of Gudetama, and donating my new critters, which include the Rockadoodler, Frondhawk, and Rosie Duster. Here are my final stats for the week I spent on Friendship Island. Alright, let's see where we are with friends. Hello Kitty's level 9. 6, 8, 7, 6, 7, shut up. 9, 10, 4, 1, and 3. That is the end of my week vacation on Friendship Island. I had a ton of fun, and I have a newfound love for the Sanrio characters, especially Keroppi. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to kiss the like button, and maybe sub. See you next time.